Welcome to Musings of a Geriatric Mama, where we discuss all things millennial and motherhood. This is not your average show where we romanticize being a mom, but rather a place where we keep it real while guiding you through restorative living and wellness, mind, body, and soul. Here you'll find impactful insights from high-achieving moms and mother figures, navigating life through this exhausting yet simultaneously rewarding journey. You may laugh or cry and even possibly pee yourself. So do a Kegel or two and hold on to your seat. It's going to be a bumpy ride, but it doesn't have to be a lonely one. I'm your host, Kedna Amey, and thank you for meeting me here. Now that I have your attention, hear me out. Welcome to another episode of Musings of a Geriatric Mama. I'm your host, Kedna Amey, and we're going to talk about being a bad mom. And before you think anything else of what I have to say, let's start here. For the most part, a lot of us feel like we're failing. And I think it's because for high-achieving women, we go into motherhood with the same expectations of perfection. Just like when you were studying for your board exams or you were getting ready for an interview for that dream position. We set out our intention. We studied, we prepared, we went through all the prep questions. We went through all the index cards that we wrote, our notes and everything. And we were able to succeed because that's what we did. That's what we do. We're goal setters and goal getters, and we get things done. But motherhood literally can be the biggest gut check when it comes to expecting the unexpected and really feel like you're not meeting those expectations. I found myself earlier today thinking, dang, I'm like not a good mom. And those thoughts came from just me feeling like I did not have everything perfect and together. I woke up a little late because I had an extremely busy weekend working in my business, trying to help, family and friends get ready for some things. And I didn't prepare like I usually do or try to. So I found myself rushing. I just picked up some muffins and was like, let's go. We got to go. We're running late. And I realized I started the day with this negative momentum. And that negative momentum penetrated my thoughts and made me feel like because of this one day where I was physically and mentally drained because of a very demanding weekend, I automatically felt like I failed. I automatically felt like I wasn't the perfect mom that didn't have the heart-shaped peanut butter and jelly sandwich prepared with the perfect origami-shaped fruits and vegetables and, the perfectly packed bento box. There's this one creator or mom influencer online, and she just makes the most beautiful bento box lunches for her kids like every day. And of course, in my mind, I want to be that bento box preparing mama that leaves the love notes for the kid. And I guess that's the power of social media. It paints a picture of things that I guess could be realistic as long as you set your intention. But for the most part, for a busy, multi-hyphenate, multi-passionate mom, sometimes it gets crazy. And we can't make the perfect lunchbox meal for our kids. But the desire is there. The truth is, we want to be that bento box note-leaving mama. Because our kids deserve it, right? At least that's how I feel. So when things don't go perfectly, I'm left to think that, dang, I am not that bento box mama. I'm failing, clearly. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. And my kid's going to hate me. And the truth is, they love you. And the truth is, you're doing phenomenal. And the truth is, you're probably juggling a million things. And you're probably experiencing what we call the invisible mental load, which is the laundry list of things you have to do. The doctor's appointments, not only for yourself, your spouse or your partner, your kids, but your aging parents also. I had a conversation with my mom, and she was waiting to make a decision based on what I had to say. So you have so many people that are reliant on you that do want your expertise, your time, your energy, and love. And when you're pulled from so many different angles and aspects, overwhelm is bound to happen. And the thing about it is, how do we manage that overwhelm from day to day? in such a way that's intentional so that these intrusive thoughts don't rewrite a story that is untrue. You're not a bad mom. You're a busy mom. You're a multi-hyphenate mom. You're a mom that may be overwhelmed. You may be a single mom that doesn't have help. You may be a mom that may have help but still feels like you're doing it all on your own because you do have to carry so much. How do we refrain our thoughts when it comes to our worth as moms? Because what I realize is, as perfectionists, overthinkers, and high achievers, achieving our goals is how we validated who we were. It was this reward system. You studied, you got an A. You studied, you passed the bar. You interviewed and you got into medical school or law school, or you climbed the next rung of your ladder in your corporation. So we're so used to this cause and effect relationship with our life that when we go into motherhood, we automatically feel like, okay, I didn't achieve this next thing, so I'm not going to get the next brownie points for Mother of the Year. Like, we want to win Mother of the Year because we're so used to winning awards, the honor roll, Dean's List, Employee of the Year, Partner of the Year. So then now we're approaching motherhood with this reward system in mind. And we can't. Because when we fall short, or when we think we fall short, it's going to chip away at our spirit. And what our family needs, what our children need, is a mother that is grounded and rooted and empowered to be who she is in order to continue to make the impact in the lives that she is responsible. Okay, so you didn't do the origami vegetables. Okay, so you got McDonald's instead of cooking homemade pasta. Okay, you outsource your laundry. Okay, you have ChatGPT make a to-do list for you. Does that mean you fail? Absolutely not. Does that mean that maybe you have so much on your to-do list that you may need to ask for help? Maybe. We're strong, independent women. Okay, I'm a millennial, and this show is all about millennial nostalgia. And I'm from the South, so there is this song that I grew up listening to in college. And I'm going to start a little bit of it. If you can continue. Okay, it goes INDEPEND. ENT, do you know what that means? Okay. It was our anthem in college. And to be honest with you, it was the anthem for my life. I was raised by a strong, independent Caribbean woman that even though she was married, she'd always instilled in me to be independent, to be empowered, to achieve the goals that she herself may have not been able to achieve, but she wanted to see it come to fruition in me. So she always empowered my sister and I that we can do anything we wanted to do with her man or not. So I grew up being empowered to be independent, get things done. Also, a thing that was instilled in me was excellence. When I was growing up, my mom was like, no C's in this house. C's were not allowed. I'm talking about A, B, C, the letter C, the grade C was not allowed in our house. So there was always a spirit of excellence that was instilled in me from the time that I could remember. That stuck with me. And goal after goal, by God's grace, that was achieved. I just kept that in the back of my mind. A spirit of excellence. I can do it. I can do it. I'm independent. I got this. When I got to this new phase of my life called motherhood, I was like, hello, help me. Is there a test that I could take? Are there cliff notes? Because what? This is hard. I can't really study for this. I could try to prepare. I could read books. I could read blogs. I could watch YouTube videos about tips for new moms, and they will give me insight, but they won't give me my answers completely to my journey. So here is the meat of the conversation. I'm happy you stayed this long. And for whoever is listening out there, please be mindful of what I'm going to say. And if there's an opportunity for you to reframe your thoughts about who you are as a mother, as a woman, as a daughter of the Most High, please listen carefully. You are a vessel that created legacy, a legacy of life, a legacy of hope. A legacy attached to peace, joy, and all the fruits of the Spirit, and all the beautiful things that have your name on it. The same woman that got you the degree, that passed all the tests, that climbed that corporate ladder. The same woman that is independent, goal-driven, goal-oriented, astute, and audacious is still the woman that you are today. She is inside. She is there. Arise. Wake up. Wake up. Get up. Dust yourself off. You are not behind. You have not failed. You are right where you need to be as you are evolving into the legacy maker that you are, the visionary, the trailblazer, the curse breaker. That's you, daughter. That's you, woman. Get up and arise. Do not be conformed to the thoughts of this world. What you see on social media, on TV, whatever media outlet that you hear, watch, their truths are not your truths. Your truths are what you've been called to be. More than a conqueror, as precious as rubies, an overcomer, not bound by fear, but free in love and faith and hope. You are capable. You are loved. Perfection is no longer the standard that you have to keep yourself to. Every single moment that you have breath in your life, you can change the trajectory of your life. Rooted in faith, grounded in the belief that every day that you have breath, there's brand new mercies with your name on it. You're not a bad mom. You're a mom that loves. You're a mom that cares. You're a mom that sees. You're a mom that is just trying to figure things out day by day. Can it be overwhelming? Yes. Is it hard? Absolutely. But does that baby love you? Do those kiddos love you and see you as the hero that you refuse to see in yourself? Yes. Look into their eyes and see the love that you created reflected back. The love of God manifested in a beautiful child. If you're in the trenches, I know it's hard. If you're battling overwhelm, baby blues, maybe even postpartum anxiety or depression, or still dealing with these things even if the baby is 5. I know it's challenging, but there's hope. There's hope. You have everything inside of you to overcome your current circumstances. You are not a victim. You're a victor. Repeat after me. I am a good mom. I am doing everything possible. I am doing everything in my capacity to take care of my family, to build legacy, to build a future that my child or children will be proud of. I am loved. I have hope. I can do all things, especially for me through Christ. I'm always going to say that. I am a good mom because I care, because I love, because I hope, because I build, because I overcome. I had to get that off my chest, you guys. You know, this community is about us feeling seen, not alone, not feeling ashamed, letting go of guilt and shame, and operating more with grace and self-compassion. And I'm going to get into self-compassion more because that's actually going to be a construct that I'm going to be doing more research on, because I think we need to talk about it more. Offering yourself the same love that you would give to your children, your spouse, your partner, your family, your friends, and giving that right back to yourself. Self-compassion. And there's layers to the construct. And I can't wait to talk more about that with you. When those days get hard, just remember, you're awesome. Man, you're amazing. For tuning in to another episode of Musings of a Geriatric Mama. I'm your host, Kedna Amey. Please share this with someone that needs to hear it, because sometimes we feel like we're just alone in these intrusive thoughts. Fight those intrusive thoughts, by the way. Okay? Throw them away. They're useless. Replace them with intentional words of affirmation to remind yourself of the powerhouse you really are. Until next time, take care.